Hello and welcome back to Walters FC here with another video. It's episode number 8 of Park 2 Glory here with Main Road. Thought I'd start off a little bit differently today by having a look at our club vision to see if the board are actually happy with the work that we have done this season. So starting off looking at the screen here, we can see they've given us a rating of a B, which I think is a pretty good rating. They are very pleased with my overall leadership of the team. A lot of good notable highlights. Recent victory against Vauxhall Motors. Very pleased with the level of support in the squad, and also delighted with Kayari Ventura's recent performances. We will get on to Kayari Ventura in a little bit, but as you can see there, he has been playing very well. And I've only got one notable criticism of me at this stage, and it was a 3-1 defeat against New Mills in the league. So our unbeaten record in the league is unfortunately over. I will just quickly hop over to the schedule here where we can see was this defeat here. Our unbeaten run lasted 17 games in the end. I know there's a loss there, but that was in a cup competition. But going all the way from the 28th of November all the way until the 13th of March without losing a league game. It's very, very impressive form, and unfortunately, we haven't been able to sustain that run throughout the entire season, which is why we do find ourselves 5th in the division. But just coming back to the club vision very quickly, they want me to work within the wage budget. As you can see down here, my wage budget is only £256 a week, and I'm spending actually double that at the moment, just over double that, I think, by £2 if I'm not mistaken. I'm currently spending £534 a week. It's really frustrating because I can only offer players a minimum of £20 a week unless they are a youth player, which then I can only offer them, well, I can offer them £5 a week, but a lot of our players are on either £20 a week with a contract, or if their appearance fee is either £20 or £25. It does vary throughout the team. But yep, they also wanted me to finish in the top half of the league. I can guarantee that we are going to do that this season, which is good. They wanted me to be competitive in the FA Cup, which I've passed. Again, reach the second qualifying round in the FA Vars, which I did. They wanted me to reach the second round in the Northwest Counties League Challenge Cup, which I have. And also reach the this is a mouthful, isn't it? The Northwest Counties League First Division Cup. They wanted me to reach the quarterfinals. You may have seen on the schedule screen already, I did say last time out, if I did win in my quarterfinal, I would come back for the semi-final. And that is what we are here for today. So I was able to beat Holker Old Boys 2-0 in the quarterfinal. Again, a very, very good performance by the boys, getting a nice early goal from Birchall and Tyrone Gay sealing the deal in the 67th minute. And we are here for our big semi-final. So we are playing a team called Lower Breck. I think I may have gone through this last time out. So they are currently second in the Northwest Counties League Division 1 North, and we are in the south version of this league. It looks like they are going to get promoted. It will take some monumental collapse from them and St Helens to really step up their form in order to stop them going up. We can see Bury AFC have already won the league there. So that is the this is the Bury that got out of the Football League, wasn't it? Yeah, they founded in 2019. So that is the level that they are at now, although they're going to be in level 9 next year, as they have already confirmed as champions. But yes, moving on into today's game, we're going to have a quick look at the team. And we've actually had a couple of new transfers as well. I know I said last time out that I wasn't really looking at transfers, but then a couple of really decent players came up. And we've had a couple of outgoings, which I will go through in just a moment. But the first of the incomings is Jamie Russell. So he is a 30-year-old central midfielder. I've been saying for quite a while that I did want some, strength and depth in the central midfield position. It was definitely our weakest point in the team. And I feel like Jamie Russell is a very, very good addition to that. We will have a look at him here. So again, I know he's on a little bit of a decline, but he is 30 years old. So I'm not too worried about that. I do only have him until the end of the season. I'm not sure if I will be keeping him around the next season. Obviously, it depends on how he does get on. So I've had him for a little while now. But again, good mentals, 15 aggression, 10 determination, 10 work rate as well, with some not bad stamina for this level of football. So his technicals aren't amazing, but then again, we are in level 10 of English football, so no players really got outstanding technical attributes at this level, so I'm not really too fussed about that. And the next player that we've brought in is actually another central midfielder, and this person's name is Callum Fawcett. So he came up on my scout report. I didn't really expect too much of him. I offered him a trial, as I have done with probably hundreds of players this year. And when he came in and I was able to see a bit more of him, he was a really, really good player. Again, with a lot of our players, the technical side isn't fantastic, although he does have 11 passing and 8 tackling, which is good to see. But his mentor attributes is where Callum Fawcett really, really stands out. Got 12 aggression, 14 determination, 13 leadership, 11 work rate, and 11 vision as well. And his physicals aren't terrible either. I know he does only have one strength, which is a little bit concerning. But I think the rest of his attributes and that definitely make up for that. And one more signing that we do have today is Matthew Furtado. Again, as with Callum Fawcett, bought this guy in. No, not bought this guy in. I scouted him. Let's get the facts right. He came up on a scout report. Didn't really know too much about him. Brought him on a trial, and then once I could see his stats properly, he was a very, very well-rounded left back. And you can see by the stars here from my assistant that my assistants and the coaches really rate him. They feel like he's a star player who could still improve. The fact he's only 18, I'm almost guaranteed he will improve as well. And unlike most of the players in our league, for the technical stats for a left back, I know his crossing and marking isn't the greatest, so he could maybe get caught out there, but he does have 8 tackling and 7 passing, as well as 7 techniques. So I feel like in terms of defenders, just within our team and within this league, he is going to be just that little step above. And as well, he does have some good mental attributes. Okay, maybe not quite the work rate or the aggression that we did see on the other players, but got good decision making, good determination, good positioning as well, which for a left back is pretty key to make sure he doesn't get caught out. And obviously, his physicals are pretty decent as well. But yeah, a couple of outgoings, unfortunately. There's only one player I'm really going to miss. I'm not going to miss Alex Morris. He started playing for us at the beginning of the season, but once we found some better players, obviously he was a victim of us leaving, or him leaving, I should say. Another player that's left is Harrison Jones. He didn't really do it for us, unfortunately. I did try and bring him on a couple of times, but he just wasn't able to get a goal. The one out that I am a little bit I don't want to say upset, but it's a little bit disappointing is Ollie Hay. He'd had a really, really good season for us. I know the goals doesn't necessarily stand out, but 8 assists and 2 goals in 21 appearances, and had some good form in the cup competitions as well. Yeah, Daventry came in for him. I think a few teams had offered for him previously. He had rejected all of those, and then Daventry came in, and he decided to get up and leave. So there's not really much I could do about that. I could maybe approach to sign him again. He's not long joined his new club, so we're not able to bring him back. So maybe that's someone we'll look at in the summer. And the last outgoing today is Lee Hooligan, which isn't really at all too surprising considering we have to sign Matthew Furtado, and we've still got Steve Allen at the left back position as well. Again, he was just a player that was, he's getting on a bit now. I mean, he's 38 years old. And his stats were going down as well. So he wanted to leave. He wasn't necessarily getting the game time that he wanted. So off he goes to Littleton. One more thing just before we get into today's game is that we did actually have our youth intake not too long ago. So we will have a look at our under-18s team because I did decide to sign all of them, I believe, just because I wanted to get some good backup players and players that we could work on and hopefully improve. And if you look at the current ability, this crop of players isn't wonderful. So we look at Joshua Croft here, who is the best attacking midfielder. His stats aren't too bad, 11 first touch, 11 flair, so obviously he will grow throughout the time. But his current ability isn't great. If you look at the potential of this youth intake, it's actually pretty good. We've got Croft, we've got Sean Hale, and we've got Jamie King here. All of their potentials, are obviously four gold stars with a white fifth. So hopefully they will kick on playing in our under 18s. I may even move them up to the under 23s, maybe put them in the reserve squad as well. Hopefully they will get some much needed game time. But enough about everything else that's going on in the club. Let's get on to today's game against Lower Breck. So you can see a lot of the league games playing at the semi-final. We've got Lower Breck versus us, Main Road. We've also got St Helens versus Abbey Hay. So we all know how good Abbey Hay are. I think they've actually... Oh no, they've not quite won the league yet, but them and New Mills have been confirmed as the 2 teams to go up this season. We're not doing too badly in the league. I know we've played a game more there, but we are 9 points clear of 6th place with 3 games to go, and with a massive goal difference advantage for us as well. So 5th is the least that we could probably finish this year, unless there is a massive goal swing, which I would be very disappointed about. But hopefully we are able to push, maybe finish 3rd, although it is looking a bit unlikely having played a game more. And yeah, here we go, getting into today's game. I'm going to ignore that, and I'm also going to ignore that. But looking at the team selection for today, we've still got Ross Mullet in goal. He's done pretty well for us. We've got Furtado. I don't think he's making his debut. No, he's played 1 appearance before, so this is his only 2nd game for the club in a cup semi-final. So I really want him to be stepping up today. With Brett Lloyd at the right back position, still rocking Meadowcroft and Tyrone Gay. We've got Callum Fawcett here and Jamie Russell in the midfield. We've got ASN out on the right, and currently Bradley Lawley is playing at the AMC role. But we are. I was hoping that Birchall would be fit. I think it was the previous game or the game before, he did have to come off with an injury, and I had been playing Bradley Lawley there, and I thought Birchall was going to be fit. But if he's got that orange injury icon next to him, I'm a little bit nervous as to actually include him or not. I'll tell you what, I'll put him on the bench. So if we do have an injury to Lawley, then we may bring on Birchall, but we'll have to decide about that. But yeah, as I was saying, so we've got ASN out on the right, Briggs on the left, and we've got Bradley Lawley currently rocking through the middle. And then we have got the main man, Kayari Ventura, at striker. And as you saw before, he has been banging in the goals for us recently. He's 46 appearances, 46 goals, and he's also got 9 assists to his name as well. So when he's not scoring, he is helping out his teammates. And this guy has been an absolute revelation for us this year. His stats overall don't look great, but in the stats that matter for a striker, he's got 13 finishing, first touch. He's got really good determination, good stamina, pretty decent pace, and good aggression as well. So he has been the main man for us this year, and I'm really hoping to tie him down for next year. But yeah, that is going to be today's team going into the game. I might actually look at bringing Echo Elliott into the team, maybe instead of Joe Bryars. I'd rather have an attacking option as opposed to a defensive option on the bench. Furtado and Bradley Lawley are lacking in match sharpness. It's not entirely surprising. Lawley hasn't played for us too much recently, and Furtado is a new signing. But anyway, getting on to our opponents today of Lower Breck. I don't know any of their players. I've never heard of Brett Marshall. They're probably all regens or greyed out players, so we don't really know too much about them, but they are 2nd in their league. So, in the same level 10 division of English football as us. So it's going to be a very, very tough game for us today. I don't really know what to expect. I have gone in with a positive mentality because we have been going in with that recently. And as you saw from our results screen before, results have been going very, very well for us in the league. But yeah, we've got a highlight here in the opening minute, and I thought it was going to be for us, but Briggs misplaces a pass. We're able to get it back though with Fawcett. Russell hoofing the ball forward, hoping for a defensive mistake. It seems to be happening to us a few times this season. In games where I've conceded goals, it does seem to be defensive mistakes that we've made, whether it's a centre-back missing a header or missing a crucial tackle. And Briggs with the effort early on, I thought the goalkeeper had saved it. I'm not sure if it was offside or if it hit the crossbar. Not entirely sure. But a very, very positive start for us, having a lot of the ball early on with 64% possession. Not really many chances being made at this stage, though, by either team, which I guess isn't too surprising, as we're on a really good run of form in our league, and obviously they're 2nd in their league. So 2 very even teams, and it's definitely shown in the stats. Having a lot of the ball, but not doing a lot with it. Although, can something happen here? That was a very, very poor free kick, and Coates gobbles it up. Gabbers it. I don't know what has happened there, but English was not spoken out of my mouth. Anyway, moving on. So we've managed to win the ball back. We've got ASN out on the right, inside to Lawley. We've now got Lloyd hovering down the right. Does cross the ball in. It's fallen to Ventura, and it's disallowed for offside. Again, I may need to start putting replays on for these offsides because I'm not entirely sure about half of them, especially with the level of officiating at level 10 of English football. So I'm not sure if that was, but it's a good start. At least we're getting the ball in the right areas. We are putting in crosses, asking questions of their defence and seeing what we can do. And what does happen there? I mean, we're 1-0 up, so I'm very happy, but can I see that again? The cross came in from Fawcett. Good cross into the box, by the way, putting it right in the danger area. Keeper can't quite come for it. Briggs heads it. I'm not sure if the goalkeeper or their defender got a touch, but because the header was on target, it's counted as Briggs's goal. And we're 1-0 up, everybody. As I said, I can't complain, but a very, very odd goal to score. But actually, looking back at the stats, it's been a fair reflection of this first half here. I'm going to point the finger and say that I'm very happy with the performance because I am so far. It's been a very, very good performance by us. Having a lot of the ball, we're now creating a lot of the chances, which we wasn't in the opening 20 to 25 minutes of this game. Really taking a foothold of it. And the important thing here is that we don't allow them with a chance, and that's a good save. I'm not sure if that hit the post and then off Mullet, or if Mullet just tipped it round the post. If he did tip it round the post, that is a fantastic save. That's what you want to be seeing from your goalkeeper in this semi-final. But can we counter-attack here? We've got Ventura running down the left, and Cotterill does get in there with the challenge. Moving on here in the second half, all the players were very, very happy, morally, except for Ventura again, which is, I'm not sure if I should be concerned by that or not. He's not having a great game here, which is very surprising because he's been our main man this season, as you've seen by the stats, and I was hoping that, he'd be able to perform for us in this semi-final. Although he could here, ASN, he goes for goal. Not entirely sure why he did go for goal. That Ventura was there in the middle. That could have been game sealed and wrapped up. But no, he went for glory himself. It came off the post, I think. Unfortunately, Ventura, it didn't fall to Ventura, so he wasn't able to follow up on the rebound. But 65th minute, we've got another highlight here. Lloyd down the right-hand side. A lot of our attacks are coming from the right-hand side. And Ventura, that's a unique save by Coates, the goalkeeper. But he keeps it out, and it's still 1-0. Really, I am wanting to push to get this second goal here, but obviously I've got to be aware of the threat that they do have. I know they've not really shown it in this game, but they're second in their league for a reason. So getting on into the 79th minute, nearly 80th minute now, I'm going to look at making a change. We'll have a look. I don't really want to bring off Ventura because I know he's only on a 6.4, but he could just grab a goal out of nowhere. I might risk bringing off Lawley because he's not had a fantastic game at centre attacking mid. And I may bring on Matthew Birchall. I know that is a bit of a risk, but I'm hoping, give him 10 minutes or so, hopefully run off that injury. And hopefully he doesn't hurt himself out there. Having a look at what other substitutes we can make. I may take off Meadowcroft because his condition is very poor, especially if we're going to be defending a little bit in the last 10 minutes or so. I would like a fully fit defender. So a little bit of a gamble here taking off a defender. It's not something I'd normally do, and it's something I've not really done too much of this season. But even our assistant is saying up here, Meadowcroft is knackered. Take him off. It looks like he could have had a bruised ankle as well, so that may be why his condition was very low indeed. But I think it was the right call to take him off. We don't want to risk him getting injured. And hopefully we are able to see out this game here, although they do have a highlight in the 86th minute, although Ventura's picked it up. What can he do? Go on, Kayari. He's running down that left-hand side. He's got options in the middle. He doesn't take it, although he puts it inside to Briggs, who fires it over. That could have been it. That could have been us in the final. But not at this time. Hopefully we are able to see it out. Why am I still on a positive mentality? Let's go defensive. Let's just see the game out. And we've done it. We are through. And I'll tell you what, I'm very happy with that performance. I wasn't expecting us to play that well. I was hoping for us to get out on top and, really put our foothold in the game. But to play as well as we did, I know the scoreline doesn't necessarily suggest it, but for us to get through to the final, I'm very, very happy about that. I'm really happy about that, actually. Coming into this season, obviously, when I did take over Main Road, I didn't really know what to expect. Was hoping for a top half finish in the league. And we definitely achieved that. We're going for a top 5 place now, which is good. But we are through to the final of the North. I'm going to say this in one word. Northwest Counties League Division. Nope, let's try that again. Take 2. Northwest Counties League First Division Challenge Cup Final. That is a mouthful. And it doesn't help when I mispronounce words left, right, and centre. So But we don't actually know who we're up against yet. Did it say it in the fixtures before? I'm not entirely sure. It may have said. Did I miss it? Ah, no, I did miss it. I'm a fool. I am a buffoon. We are going to be playing Abbey Hay in the final. So, very, very tough game. And if you remember earlier on in this season, I can't remember, I think it was episode number 6, I think it was, where we did play Abbey Hay. We've already beaten them once this season. So, we've got the know-hows of how they play and what to do. So you never know with this cup final. And it's being played on Saturday, the 1st of May. So we'll have a look when that is. Is that the last game of the season? It is. So I think for next time, what we're going to do, I'm going to go and play these last 3 games of the season. Hopefully consolidate our 5th place, see if we are able to finish 3rd or 4th, obviously a little bit unlikely. And I think for next episode, we are going to be coming back for the final. So it will be a bit of a longer episode with the next one. Obviously, we're going to go through preparations, what we're going to do, what team we're going to play. I highly doubt that I'm going to be making any transfer dealings within these last 3 games. I do want to try and get a good squad unity amongst the team. So yes, I will be coming back for that final, and then we'll do all the end of season stuff and obviously what we're going to do from there. But yes, guys, thank you very much for taking the time out of your day to watch this episode of Park 2 Glory. It really does mean a lot to me. And even if it's just 1 or 2 people that are enjoying these videos, they do spend 15 to 20 minutes of their day watching it and do get some enjoyment out of it, then that is very happy for me. But yes, my name is Dan, and I will see you on the next one.